different from Ned Dayne. Very different.
Right.
Night and day.
So in wins, yeah. So Ned Dayne, again, we're just going to be talking about all of them here. So Ned Dayne's, I think potentially maybe you go down a route in which Ned Dayne has to fight Darkstar, and you have this sort of battle between those two. Now, just sort of theories, I guess, on Ned Dayne or Edric Dayne. Again, he has his father is unnamed, as is his mother. He's potentially born around the same time as Jon Snow. I mean, is it possible he is Eddard Stark's kid?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, he's on the wiki they say, like, I don't know, man. Was there more of a relationship going on between those?
Well,
those
no, I
two,
guess he's not. He's technically considered born in 287.
Yeah.
Which would make him the same age as like Joffrey.
Yeah.
And Jojen Reed.
Oh. Yeah, so it's still just interesting that his father and mother aren't really named. Don't know much about them, and that it's his name, right? So something. Okay, let me put it this way: in Starfall, they felt fondly enough, I guess, about Eddard Stark that they name him.
This is like 2 to 3 years afterwards.
Right, exactly. Edric Dayne. So, see, yeah, Ned Stark, okay, Eddard Stark, and then again, slightly different, but Edric Dayne, but both also called Ned. So, yeah, I mean that's our clue there, right? You don't give him that nickname, Matt. I guess like in the book, you could have just said Edric, and he's just Edric Dayne, and it's slightly different. It's whatever, but the fact that he goes by that nickname or whatever, that short, ties him directly to Arya's father, and so you think they must have felt fondly enough about him to, unless it's just a coincidence that that's his name, but it doesn't seem like it, right? He actually brings
So Jon in the Tower is born, and the Tower of Joy stuff happens 283, right? And so then that in 283 is when Arthur Dayne dies, air quote, as well as Ashara Dayne jumps from a tower in the sea. Now, 2 years, so that's 283. So 4 years later, I guess, but we're really 3 if you're planning on having a kid. You decide that you are going to name, you're gonna name this guy after potentially Ned Stark. I don't know. There's also Edric Storm, who's born in the same year. Edric Dayne is born in the same year as Edric Storm, so maybe it's just a popular name in that year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But they don't, unless I'm wrong, Edric Storm doesn't go by Ned.
No, he doesn't.
Right. So,
but even sort of so Ned Dayne, Edric Dayne, speaks highly of Ned Stark.
Yes.
It's like that's the guy that killed your uncle potentially, right? And caused your aunt to commit suicide.
Something's up. Something is up. Something's foul.
I mean, we've seen the way that literally every other house speaks of anyone that's ever harmed anyone in their family, and that is just not typical behavior.
No, it's not. It's not. And again, the way that that Ned reacts early on in Game of Thrones when Ashara's name is brought up is pretty severe, right? It's pretty like he doesn't want it to be mentioned ever again. So something went down. Something. I don't know. Again, this is where people get on this whole roll about maybe he and Ashara had a child baby swap situation going on. I mean, as crazy as that is, like I've seen people go as far as young Griff. I know there's people talk about a little bit of an age difference, and they try to, like he's supposed to be Aegon, and so on. But I've seen people try to make connections between him and Ashara and Ned. So
yeah.